project open. You understand
Okay.
all these things, right?
Yes, sure.
So the
Applet. Yeah.
index.js, which has the normal thing, you don't really need to touch this. The app.js, which have all this, we might not need any of this for now, right?
Yes, that's right.
So we can just do this to return a React fragment.
What is
This
a React fragment?
So this is an empty fragment. When you don't have a particular, because in React, every element that you're that you're returning all of them should be inside one big container. Do you get
Okay.
what I mean? In React, you can't do something like this. Know that React uses JSX, right?
Yes. Yes.
So now React uses JSX, and so with that you can write HTML inside React. But in React, you can't put two components. You see, this is component one. Sorry, I've
Yes.
deleted it. This is component one and this is component two. You can't put the two of them side by side inside the return.
Okay.
You understand that? So you need
Yeah,
to
I
make
get.
sure that there is always one big container, and it is inside this big container that you put everything. So sometimes when you're starting, you don't really have an idea whether you want that container to be a div or anything. And the app component contains contains everything about your app, all the whole HTML you'll be writing, all the whole JSX you'll be writing, everything, all your components, at the end of the day, all of them will come inside this app component, this app. All of them will be inside this app component. So for that reason, it is advised to just use an empty fragment.
Okay.
So
All
this
right.
empty fragment means nothing. There's nothing. It's not it's just empty. It's just a empty. So usually in React, there's what they call React dot fragment. Sorry, this is my BS. Can suggest some kind of unnecessary things for me. Look, I didn't tell it that that is what I want. Why is this thing suggesting what I don't want for me? Can you imagine? Let me do it in here and see. Able to get React because I didn't import React. Unbelievable. That's to just it's getting annoying to me.
Yeah.
All right, let me just import this React.
Okay.
Tries to import React again, though. But let me import it. So if we do this like this now, we have this React the entire React object, but ideally we don't need to import this again, but I just want to show you. So React
Okay.
has a fragment object. So this React fragment, you can use it as well. You can use it as
Okay.
well. It's the same thing with the empty fragment I just did. It's the same
Okay.
thing. So
Okay.
rather than write this long React fragment, they decide to just use the empty frag. It's still the same thing. So the empty tags we just have represent an empty fragment, meaning nothing. There's nothing in your HTML as it stands now. Your HTML is completely empty.
Um.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so let me just run npm start so that we'll see how it looks. pages. So why this thing is, you can see that the page is empty. There's nothing in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's absolutely nothing in it. So I don't know why this thing is getting some kind of logo. I don't want it to. This browser is so annoying. Okay, so that's about the React app. So this is where everything in our React will go in React. Also, you can add CSS. Like all this starts for the CSS of our app. But if we don't need this CSS, we simply remove it. In your project, are you using any library, or you are just using vanilla CSS?
Which one is learning library?
Any CSS library?
No. No.
No. Okay,
Just
so at
normal CSS.
okay, normal CSS. Okay. So at this point now, we have a React app. So the next thing is for us to add components. So usually, if you want to start your project, you should structure your folder, your
Folder.
folder. Yes. So we'll start by creating the components. This component folder will tell us that everything will go inside here. Is that okay?
Yes, it is.
So we can just create the component folder. So at this point now, let's install some of the things we need. Uh, Before we need to install React Router, right?
Yes. Because you need it.
Router DOM, I think so, or
Yes.
React Router. I don't know if I'm getting it right.
I think it's router jump.
React Router. I installed the whole router. Well, let me check my package addressing. See what we have. Yeah, I think router DOM is installed for me, so that's good. All right, so that's what we need first. Okay, so we'll start by adding our first component. So a component that we need is navbar. Is that not so?
It is.
Navbar. So we'll create a
Yes.
navbar component. Another component that we are going to need is the form, right?
Yes, the form.
Shopping list, shopping list form or add item form. Let's name it add item form, right?
Yes.
Or how did you name your own? Or you didn't name it anything?
I think it's add item that I named it. Capital
Okay,
letter.
okay. I'll name this one add item form. Then another component we need is view shopping list or shopping lists. Which one?
Shopping lists. Uh,
All
view
right, let's
shopping list is
just
better because you are seeing what you have. gotten.
shopping list. I think that's basically what we need for a start. Another folder we might need, because he said we should have more than 3 pages, so we might need another folder which we call pages, right? Because these pages
Yes.
will enable us to route. So in our pages, we can start with the first page, which is our home.js, right? We also need
Yes.
a register.js. Then we need a login, right?
Nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we need a shopping list.js page, right? Or
Yes.
dashboard. Which one should we go with? Shopping list. Let's go with shopping list bar.
Yes. Shopping list.
one in
Why are you using JS for this? Why not
okay,
JSX?
we can use GSX. We can use anyone. Anyone you use, there's no difference. Okay, let me name it GSX so that we don't confuse ourselves. It's the same thing. I want to name all the pages in capital letter based on what he said in the class. All the pages, capital letters, all the this thing, all the other components, small letters. You remember what he said, right?
Yes.
Because one time he was saying that thing in class. Okay, so we have GSX. Let me rename all of them to GSX. And so we have all this rename, have all these components. So now we'll start now by working on our home page, which is more home page, then navbar. Those are the things that are interesting right now. We have app.js, we have home page. So first, we are using functional components. I don't know much about class components, so everything will be functional components for now. I've not been able to read about class components. So we are going to create the function. You know how to create the function, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Home, and then we are returning on this. And then in this home, we are going to be adding some components. Hope you are following.
Yes, I am. I'm with you.
The reason why I say we'll be returning because home is a collection of components.
Mm.
So let me,
Okay, fragments.
if you have any idea you want me to follow, you can let me know. I don't know, maybe whether I'm confusing you or whether you're following.
So I don't have any idea. The only thing is that if you are confusing me, I will tell you that you are confusing me, but I'm following
Okay,
to this
okay.
point. Yes.
So we are going to import the first thing, which is our nav bar.
Okay.
Why is this thing throwing red here? Okay. Import navbar. We have not created it though, but we are going to. Now we can see that we are going into the components. I'm supposed to name that in components. And we are getting navbar. So with this, let me rename this folder components to be more clear components. Alright, so we are going in here and we are getting navbar. So we come into our
Okay.
home and I want to probably start this with something like main. Let this I need navbar in home.
Yes, you do now. Because that's where the whole thing will be.
Alright, let's just put navbar here. We might move it later on, but let's put it here. Navbar. With this now we have added the component navbar inside here. So we need to go to navbar and also create it as a component. So there are different ways of creating component. You can use this method also to create a component using arrow functions. How about
Yes.
arrow functions?
I know. Yes, I know this. I know this.
So we can use this one to also create a function. Anyone you want, but I don't know why I kind of prefer that one to. I'm going to
Same here.
export.
I also.
And the other one with function, right?
Yes, so I do.
So
I
we are
prefer
in
it
our
than to this one.
navbar now. Yeah, even me
Hmm?
too. So we are going to start with a nav element, right? A nav bar. Hope you are following.
Yes, I'm getting it.
So we are
Following.
in nav bar. We will create a logo, right? So
The
let's
logo.
make this um yeah, so that we can easily style our component the way we want, right? And inside this
Yes.
div, I put an img. Where will I even get a logo right now that I will use? Oh, to put a logo, can't I use H1? Well, let me
To put a
just
logo.
find an image
A
and
logo.
yeah. Eh? Or let me use React logo.
I think you have deleted it now. Is it still there? Okay, it's still there.
Mm, the logo, right? I did, yeah, I've deleted it, but I think I can import it.
Yes, still have the folder. Have the file.
Let's say import. I have this, they did that import. Who will not come and do something that will throw error? But we can always try it. Is that not so? Have this alt equal to logo and then npm str. Okay, so let's see if it starts correctly. Format.
Please. Okay.
Okay, you want to ask?
I want you. I want you
The
to
logo is not
open
showing.
that. It's not showing. I wanted you to open the logo file.
Okay, the logo file. This one, yeah,
Yes.
open.
Okay, so there's no need to export it or something.
No, no, we can. I just don't remember the code, the way they imported that image the other time. I can't remember unless we browse it again. Should we browse it?
Let's try now.
How to import logo, right? This is something like this is what we need. All right, we might change all this later. Let's just leave it all like that. Okay, let's
Okay.
go back to Chrome and see. Yeah, this is imported correctly. Okay, app.js. Yeah, that's where the problem is
So
coming from. We need to import home from the pages. Well, this part is okay for you, right? You're following it.
yes, yes, I am.
So when we come
I want.
here now, we can now import home. It's, so now before, let's just see whether this thing is showing. The components to now back country to from is wrong. Logo
It's
is
talking about
giving
logo.
us, yeah, I can't resolve logo. uh how are we going to link this? This is navbar is in a component. Okay, let's see. We are here outside, still can't see the logo. Let's see. We are now outside of source. Logo should be inside of source, right? Logo is here. Yeah, now.
Is it big?
Okay, it has seen it now. All right, so we've gotten the logo, which is very big. So we need to style it.
Yes.
We need to style. And we can see our home also showing here.
Oh.
So we need to do some styling. Let's give this a class name back or an
Yes.
ID. Let me just do it. I want to give this class so that we just doing this so that we know how we want to do our style, right?
Yes. Okay.
So we
All right.
come here, we start with the normal this thing, we do some stuff here. Margin,
Pattern. Zero.
then border, box sizing, what should be border box, right? So
Yes.
having done this now, the next thing, let's look at our body. Our body, do you want to give a background color or let's leave it white?
Yeah, right.
If we want, we can give a background color. Font size 14 pixels. Font family sans serif. Let's go with sans serif, or let's go with this
Yes.
one. I've already
Okay.
chosen this one.
Okay.
What else do we even need to put here? For this style done, next is nav bar. Nav bar. Dot nav bar, we want it to be display flex, right?
Yes.
Um, flex
Let's see.
direction. Flex normal row, so we don't really need that. But let's just put it in case. Flex direction. By content set,
Enter.
and then justify content. Sorry, justify items. Align items. Okay, is enter as well. Should give it a color, right?
Yes. Background color.
Background color. I like let's do hash what?
3E.
Okay, you like 3E3. Okay, so next we'll go to our navbar right, then img. Let's do this to be justified content is string. Yeah, so go to our img. Our object fit should be cover. Wait, cover. You give it a height of what? Let's just go with 100% and a width of 100%. and then we have to do this our navbar, then dot navbar right. Here we are going to give it the positive. Yes, yeah.
This this navbar dot navbar, I don't know what that is actually.
Okay, that is left, but supposed to be left. Oh, this is,
Okay.
I missed it up. Okay, you don't know what it is. This is
Yes,
the this is the HTML, right? So we have
yes.
two parts of our navbar. There's going to be the logo, which will be on the left, and then we are going to have the other one, which will be on the right. The menu, which
Okay,
will be on the right. Do you get it?
okay. Yeah, I get you now. I get you now.
So I want to now style this logo. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
But before we even start this logo, let's see if we can give our navbar some padding and padding. Want to give it padding left and right. Padding top and bottom. So let's give this one 15 pixels. Then left and right should be auto, right?
Okay.
I want to give this navbar a width. For it's very difficult giving it to you. Let's see whether uh, let's see how 100 pixels would look
Evelyn,
like. Yeah,
Evelyn, sorry.
yeah. Okay,
Wow, looking nice
okay.
already.
You want to give me
Yes.
an idea of what to
The
do,
network
but
was.
yeah.
No, I want to ask. I want to ask a question.
Okay,
Somehow shaking, so I couldn't hear you clearly. The dot nav bar left and dot and comma. That's line 22.
yes. Let me go back there.
I'm trying to. Okay.
Back to the
Yeah, this is
CSS.
for back to
Should I go?
CSS.
Okay, okay.
So my
Line
own is
22. Okay.
I'm supposed to, yeah, 22. Why are we supposed to put comma like number
Okay.
right? Then we'll be design it. Then number
Yeah.
right then.
So what is going on here, Ba?
So I,
If you put navbar
yes.
left and navbar right, I want this style to be the same for the two of them. I want their height to be the same. Do you get? I want the height of the
Okay.
both of them to be the same, and I want the padding. Or I can remove this padding. Yeah, I can remove this padding here and put it
Ah,
on navbar. I can put this padding here. If I like, I might not even need it. But what I'm doing here is I just want navbar right and navbar left to have
to
the same style, the same
that same
yes, yes, in
okay.
terms of height, so that they will all have the same height. But although they are flex items, so I think whatever height you give them, it will still the other one will still expand. You get so
Yeah, okay.
you get what I mean. But as it is now, something is it's not reducing. Another way we can do it, we can just move this mean height here if we want, and we can set, so we don't need to attach that height there again, and we can just set height to auto. We can go with this. We can go with this, right? So if we go with this, if we go with this, I want to take this off. Let me see. If I don't touch the height of that, this it might not work. Let's height, height auto. Let's see what it. It's still too big for me. I don't know why. I want it to reduce a bit. Should I reduce this again? It's not reducing more than this. It's the image that is causing it, right?
You said?
I said the image that is causing it.
Possible. So you are using the image.
So I should give the image specific height and width. Let me see that. At 11. Right, let's try it like this. Okay, I've reduced the image a lot. So let's see if we can use percentage for the
Wow.
image. So let's say
How did that happen?
I use pixels. I use 30 pixels, 30 pixels. So I want to use percentage, right? Let's use percentage. Is that okay? Let's do something like max width 50, max height should be 50%. And here we height of two, right? And then we come here and we give it of 100%. You remember this is from what TikTok does, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
I know.
let's see. Just to make the image responsive. All right, this is better, right?
Yeah.
This is better. So we have a nav bar. Next is for us to work on nav bar right. So first thing first, to start with the li. So let's just do global li, where we want to say list
I
style.
think let's design the home.
Let's
Print out.
okay. Let me give a color. Yeah, let's give a color here so that we don't go and start looking for. We need to give a color here. A color to our, let's give a color here so that we can see it's white.
Right. Yes.
um, let's see how this one will look. Yeah, it's coming out. The font size is really small. Is it not too small, or is my eyes that is deceiving me?
It's actually small.
Okay, is it better now?
It is just a little better.
Better, but still too small. Why is it as small as that? Better, right? All right, so we are
Better
okay with
now.
our nav
Yeah.
bar. So let's move to home, right? Let's design home, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So we're in home now. Apart from nav bar, what do we need in our home? We need a hero, right? A hero component.
Okay.
A header component. Is it header or hero?
I think it's the same thing. Let's use zero.
Let's use hero. So we need a hero. So come here and we'll create hero.js. Sorry, I'm so used to, don't mind me. I'm so used to JS. All right. So we are here. So we create our functional components called hero. I keep mixing these things. So sometimes it's not easy to follow some convention that you want to follow. Let me rename it again. Sorry about that. It has to start with small letters because it's a component. All right. Const hero, an arrow function, and then we'll return header, right?
Okay.
So in our header, we are going to have, let's say we are going to just have an image, or we'll have a background. Which one?
Let's have a background.
We have a background, then we have a H1, right?
Yes.
H1, and then we have a button, right? H1,
Okay.
a paragraph, then a button. Paragraph, then a button, right?
Yes, yes.
So we have that. So we have, we can make the button a link later, but what do we want to put here? We want to say, go to shopping list, right? Or start here. Which one?
Welcome here. Happy welcome home. Oh, you are welcome.
Is the button that I'm clicking on.
Okay, the button bar.
Log in,
Start.
start
Login.
here. Sign up, register, start here. Welcome, welcome to the shopping list manager. Shopping list manager, shopping list app. Which one?
Shopping list manager.
Manager. All right. Uh, uh, find it difficult remember to remember your shopping list. You are in the right place. That's okay, Nabi. Or I should add more. All right, so we should style this now, right? So we need
Yeah.
a background. Where will I get the background from? I have some nice background images I used to use that time. We are using a dark template, so we need a dark background. I think I'll find a nice image here, not this one. Uh, let's see this one. Let me just find. I should have a nice background here. We can go with this one, right? Or go with
Yes.
this one. Which one?
Okay.
Let's go with this one.
Yes, yes.
Right. Click copy, and then we go. So we are going to put this inside the public folder, just so that we structure our components nicely. So uh, background, then what connect is this? I just, with VS Code, sometimes I find it hard to navigate my folder. So I usually just put this thing here just to enable me easily navigate what I'm
Okay.
doing. So we have background then. All right, so we are there with nice background. So we're going to header. Should we name it? We don't need to name it. We just go header background, right? So we'll go to
Yes.
app CSS. We'll go to header. I will have background L of slash uh, background. Now, what's that? I thought it would show. It's supposed to be nice background. FICE dash background. What does it say on it?
I've not seen it.
They can't find it. Uh, what do we need to do? I thought I can put it here now. I didn't want to do this. I thought I could easily find it. This is so funny. Right, let's just put it like this. If it's able to resolve it, that's the problem. It's not supported
Okay.
because it's because
After
it is in CSS. All right, I'll have to move it out of here then.
out of public, huh?
Out of public, but I wish there's a way someone can do it here. We can do it in our home.js. Where are we? We're in Hero. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Let me move it out since I can't come up with an off the bat way to do it right now. Let's move it out of there. But ideally, this is where it's supposed to be, though. That is where it's supposed to be. I'm thinking we can use JavaScript and put that background here.
Mm. But it's not. Uh,
Browse
because
it
here,
and see. Let me just browse it quickly.
this forward slash, how do you do it? Like shortcut that is just pop up.
So once you start with a slash, VS Code will be popping it up for you immediately. You
Like
get?
you have to type the
Yes,
dot
as you
slash
start
yourself.
typing, yes, as you start typing, once you type dot slash, VS Code will do the suggestion for you
Oh,
automatically.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
was in React. Let's just search for it quickly. Images. Okay, this person had the same problem. Let's see if they had a solution for him. Background URL. But what about CSS file? I have several folders and I'd like to avoid ugly strings. Okay. Import your image file in the JS. Now CSS file can simply get the supplied URL. How is that done? These people they don't help someone at all. It's not working like that. The only answer is this. First, use file loader for any extensions of images you want. Import your image in the JS file. Now, CSS can simply get the specified URL. Let me look at this instance. This is not helping. Definitely not helping. Sorry, I'm wasting time. But that's the way people do
No, you're not
things.
wasting time.
How to import
You're taking time.
images style dot. Okay, this is a 33-minute video. I can't. Okay, 4 minutes video. Let's see. Import CDN. No. Import accessory images. Import CSS files in React. How to import and use images in React. JS. Import CSS. Okay, let's try that first example that they said we should do and see. So let's come here, hero, and we say, so we will do it another way. Import size. How are we going to import? Let's just say background. Have nice background here. It's not going to work like this. I should be able to do this thing here. Let's try this and see. Our time, so we can't keep wasting our time. Let's just move it in. Since I can't figure out a way to do that, there should be a way, but as it is now, I can't figure it out.
Okay. So
So
move
I
it
just
from.
went, yeah. Maybe we can even ask Mr. Choseng about that later.
Okay.
Yes. But that is a better way to structure your folder. Instead of putting it inside here, you know,
SRC.
inside SRC. But So let's just go on with it as we have here. Now it shouldn't throw an error, right? Still can't resolve it. App.css. Can't really resolve it again. Still when they're looking for my this app is looking for problem. What is it again? It has gone outside. Our URL, right? So we start like this. This is images. It got the image, got this, got oh
Oh,
wow. Okay, we finally got it. Background not showing. Okay, let's see. Mean height 100 viewport. What else? Uh, um, background position should be center, center. Background size should be far, and then repeat should be no repeats. Just doing it. Still not showing. Oh, what have we missed? Have we missed anything? Yeah, we missed this part.
okay. The app, the
Hmm.
oh,
Import hero dash components dash hero. But as it is now, we are not okay. So we are here. Supposed to show now, right? What else is it again?
what of the app JS? Nko?
AppJS already have home. So now we are importing this
Okay,
hero
we've already
into home.
imported the.
Yeah, we already. So the problem is I didn't put it here. So we have our hero here. All right. What do you think? Are you liking it?
Yeah, yeah.
This is our header color. There's
Can
one
change
color
the
I,
back.
I used that time that was very nice. Let me see if I can find that color. Because I used that background in that my CSS. That color will fit into it better. Um, see color. Let me try this color background. Although this color we might still use it somewhere else, but let's just make this color like this. Let's see how it looks. What is that?
Two, that's two
Oh,
lights.
see. Oh, sorry. Man, design is very hard. It can take a lot of your time.
Yes. It's definitely
Hi.
interesting looking at it because when you are done, it's always actually very, very interesting to see.
Is this one better?
Yes,
Let me
more
see what I
replay.
can do with this thing. Let me see if I can do this thing. Um, position absolute top should be 0, right? Let's see how it looks. Width 100%. that case, we come to main, and we say relative okay, that's done.
It's not covered
Every
our number.
it's covered our nav by no. Transparent background. Equals index of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number is refusing to show again. Alright, what do you think? I'll push these things down. Do you like this one?
Yeah. You can push those things down.
Okay, let's look at header. What do we need to do to push those things down? Let's put all of this thing inside a div, right? So that we
Yeah,
use the
right.
div to push them down, right?
Yeah.
If we do this, header has same dash content. So we come to header and we say dash CSS can so tire someone, but it's good
I
when you're
can
getting it.
I would prefer the all these external CSS because I don't think I have the time
To
and the
do
patience
it, yeah, to
doing
do
this
this
and telling.
CSS. What do I want to do here?
Ah,
All right, just say margin, right?
yes,
Margin should be, so we are talking about top, margin top. Margin top should be, let's give it 5 rem, right? So we do this like this. Then let's make our header display flex, right? And
yes,
justify content center, and then align items center so that it will push it to the center. Yes, perfect. Header color, right? Content. Let's just put color inside header content. With this, we don't really need. Okay, do we really need margin top again? No. Do we need margin top again? No. What do we need here again? Padding. Do we need padding? Let's do padding top and bottom, auto left and right, 10 pixels. What else do we need? This should be 100%. Let's see what happens. We're almost there. Should we style our paragraph?
no,
No need.
the only
Let's
line
just give
I
text
remember.
align center. Text align center, right?
Yes,
Okay, so the only thing we need to style now is our button. Is that not so?
yes,
Okay, so dot header content button. Want to give it a padding of all around 15 pixels. Let's give it a border radius and a background color of, what color should we use? Green, blue. Should we use blue?
Yes, that will work.
Okay. All right, let's see. Good. All right, we are done with header. We are done with index, right? Do we need any other thing?
I don't think.
Let's move on to the next page, right?
Yes, right.
So the next thing we need to do, the only page we have here is, okay, we have login page. Yeah, let's do login page, right? Register page. Let's do register. Let's do register, Ba.
Yes.
Okay, register. I wanted to do something to teach you about that props that you are talking about. Should we do it?
Yes, so of course.
Now we have a button here which we like very much in this our hero, right? Let's say we want to make our button reusable. We want to do a reusable button so that we'll have the same type of button everywhere in our app. Is that okay? So to do that, let's say we now create a new component which we call button. Button.jsx, right? So in this our button.jsx, all we need to do is to create a const button, and it's a functional component like this. It's going to receive a props. It's going to receive props. So I want this button to receive prop of value. Prop of value here. So here now we are going to return. Wait, hope I'm not confusing you.
You are confusing me already. Can you just start from recap from
Okay, let me all right, I will do that. Let me just put it. So this is a normal button, normal React component, right? You understand that this is a normal React component.
Yes.
So if that component is going to receive a prop, there's an argument that you pass here, or a parameter that you pass here called props. Is that okay?
Okay.
So let's export default. All right, so there's a parameter that you pass here called props. If you want to get whatever is in this parameter here now, you can put it inside here. So if you want to write JavaScript or JSS if you want to write React in your component, you put these braces. Is that okay? So if you want to get a prop, usually when you are passing props, you put props dot whatever I want to pass. So what we'll do here, let's just say we want to put props value. So this means that this our props is an object, and inside the object there is value, and we want that value to be what would display inside this button. You get?
Okay. I think I get
Or
that
should
one.
I start again? You get that, right?
Yes, I get it.
So now there's another aspect of JavaScript that they call destructuring. You know about destructuring?
Yes, yes, yes.
So rather than do props.value all the time, we decide to use destructuring and just get value from the props. So as soon as that props object is being passed into this our button, this destructuring is taking place, and then the value property of the props object is removed, and then we can use it inside here. Do you get that?
So So instead of saying props, right?
Yes, you can use the
You can just
structure. Yeah, whatever is the properties, the values that are being passed inside props objects, you just put them inside this destructuring here, like this. Let's say we have another property that we want to pass here. Let's say we want to pass another property called button class here. Let's say, for example, we want to pass class to our button. So that is another property that we have passed here. So if we want to use button class, we can come here and give our button class name. And inside here now, we'll put something like sorry, that's not how to do it. We'll now put btn class. That means all the class that we want this button to have will come here. Do you understand?
if I'm getting it.
Okay, let's just remove this button class for now, or let's leave it. All right, let's just leave it. Maybe we might need it. I don't know if we might need it. All right, so we'll move on to where we are going to use this button component, right? To show that example of reusable component that I want to show you. So where we need this button component is in hero.js. This is our hero. This is where they are using a button. So first thing we'll do, we import the component normally, right? So we are going to import button from. So I'm recording this if you will need it, but I don't know whether you're following.
Yeah, I'm following actually, and I've seen that you're recording
Okay,
it. I wanted to tell you to record it, so I now saw that you're recording.
okay. So now we have button, right? We have gotten our button. We need to use it inside hero. So if we want to use it inside hero, we call it like this, right? So we have gotten our button. Then we'll now pass the props inside here. This is where we'll pass the props now. So the props that we are expecting in our button component is value and btn class. So if you like, we can just get this from here. We are putting it here. So we'll put it here, like how they used to pass normal, how we passed normal HTML attributes.
Actually,
So as it is now,
okay.
this our start here now, we can copy it. We can remove it now and put it here because we want this start here to be what will show inside our button. If you look at this our value, right? This value attributes here. If we go to our button, that is what we are putting inside. You can see. Maybe like this is a bit confusing. Let me format it and see it's refusing to. All right, let me do it like this so that it will be a bit clearer, right? So let's say right click. Let me. This thing is refusing. I just wanted you to understand, but you can
Every,
understand it from here,
every,
right? Yeah,
every, yes.
yeah.
So now, the props majorly are like,
Mm-hmm.
let me say, the, okay, let me use the attributes now. Like, the attributes, um, our tag, let me use tag, would accept.
Yes, yes,
That is, so that's what we are passing into it at the
yes.
button component.
Yeah.
So
So the
when we have done that in button component, wherever we want to use the button, we'll just go there and directly pass the what do I call it now? Is it the value or is it the element now directly into it? Since we have declared the props in our button component, is that what you are saying?
Yes,
Am I?
yes, yes, yes. So anytime we want to use this our button component, anywhere we want to use it, as we are naming our button component, we'll pass, as we are putting our button component there, we are passing the props. Sorry, we are
Props
passing the
directly
props
into
inside, like how they used to do with attributes, HTML attributes. And once
it.
we have
Okay.
done this, once we have done this now, our button will always know where to display the props because we have already defined our button that this is where I want this prop to be. This is where I want this other prop to be. You get.
Yes.
So that is how props work. Is that okay?
Yeah, very okay now.
Mm-hmm. So that's about props. So with that, now let's look at our this thing again and see. You see, it's still showing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's still showing the
Yeah.
same thing. Now
This
let's
is
see how we
interesting.
can reuse this button in our navbar. Let's reuse the button in our navbar. Is that okay?
Okay.
Mhm. So we come to our navbar. We want to have button here. So we'll import button. So we'll go with import button from now come here button. So we have it here. We want to create another li component that will show login and register. Two li components that will show login and register. Is that okay? Are you following?
Yeah, yeah, following you.
Well, I want the login and register buttons to be, sorry, the login and register to be buttons. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we are going to reuse our button that we have imported here. Is that okay? So normal how we
Okay.
used to call button, we call button, and then we pass the props inside. So the props that we want to pass here under value, we know that we want the value to be login. And then if we want, we can pass a btn class. But for now, we don't have anything we want to do with btn class, so we can pass it if we want. So we have done this. So you see the reusability taking place now.
Of props. Yes.
Yes. And now we can put register, right? Login at the end and put register up. Is that clear? So now
Yes.
let's look at what we have. Okay. You can see that it has shown here, right?
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
reason why this style is not affecting this is because the style we did it specific to this one. If you look at our style, look at the way we did
Header.
our style. Header content button. You see that?
Mm.
But we can
Okay.
decide
Okay.
to style our button, or we can decide, let's do a .btn rather than say we want to style a button. Let's do this and put it here like this. This will help us to even help you to see the effect of that BTN stuff that I was doing.
Class.
Let's say we come here now, we have BTN. Good. We have BTN. Good. Now,
Wow. Wow.
you see that? So you see
Yes.
that reusability taking place. So props is very, very powerful, right?
Yes. Right. Right.
Mm. So that is about reusability and props. So I believe by now it's no longer confusing you again.
No. No. Not at all.
Very good. Mr. Chusen taught us something that buttons um, they usually go with their own stuff. So it's good to always put this inherit with them. Yeah, so that it will look good. Is it better like this, or let's
Yes.
take it? It's better like this, but
Yes. Because you're still going to spread it out now. So
yeah. So
it
we
will be
need to
better.
work on that part. Which part is that?
Now.
Navbar right, right?
Yes.
No, navbar. This is navbar. Oh, this is navbar. This is supposed to be navbar left. Yeah, navbar left. Okay. And now we are going to work on navbar right. So let's do this. to make it, we should make it display flex, right? Or display inline block. Which one?
Display flex.
Rather than work on navbar right, let's work on the UL, right? Let's work on the UL. Is that not so?
Okay.
Which one is better? Yeah, let's work on the UL.
I don't know.
UL.
Okay.
Let's work on the UL because in this our div here, this UL is the only component you can see. So even if we make it display flex, it will not affect all this one. You get? So it is the UL that we are supposed to change. So we'll come to navbar right. Let's just give it a width of auto, although it will be putting all these unnecessary styles here. Let's just go to what we are supposed to go to. UL. So under UL, we are going to have display to be what? Inline. Inline or inline block. Let's try inline. It doesn't reflect, so it's not inline. It's inline, not inline block. Still not reflecting. No. What is happening? We have navbar right, UL. Is that not so? Like this. Or what is stopping it? Not UL. Okay, let's go back and see what is happening. Okay, let's say this one is inline block, just for. But it's already a block element, so I don't need to put this here. So this is not helping. It's not helping me. So let's look at, let's take it to li, right? Whether the li will work. It's li. So we have made the LIs to be inline now. So we need to give margin or padding. We need to give margin, right? Margin left, margin left.
Okay.
Or padding. Okay, let's give padding. Let's see. Padding left and right. Is also left and right 15 pixels. Let's see what happens. No, padding does not help. Margin that should be 10 pixels. Let's see. All right, margin left help, but that last element is on the edge, right? The last element is on the edge. So I'm going to come. I want to work on just my image a bit and make it a bit. So that last element is on the edge. So what we can do at this point is to give our navbar left and right some padding, right? Padding should put them. Let's see whether padding will work. Comma, right? Your comma means you want the style to apply to the all the classes you're putting. Is that okay? So we have also left and right pixels. Let's see what it doesn't move. It doesn't move. Let's check it. Not moving. No. It's not moving. Let's see what else we need to do to make that thing move. This is top and bottom, left and right.
Maybe Maybe you should increase the pixels.
Use the pixels.
Like compared to.
It's not working. It's not working. What am I going to do? I don't know. Should I use margin? Margin is not the best. Okay, it has worked. Can you see that it
No, no.
worked?
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
worked, yeah. The only challenge I have, okay, let's just leave it.
This
But I
auto
wonder,
save is supposed to do what?
yeah, the auto did not work the first time. So that is where I'm having, let me look at why the auto did not work. I think the auto is a problem, but yeah, the auto that is the problem. Okay, I know what to do now. Let's make this like this. Right?
Yeah.
Or you prefer the other one where the padding applies to all of them?
No, this one is okay.
This one is okay.
This one is fine and nice.
I'm having a feeling that I liked the other one.
It's okay now.
Let's look
You
at
see
it.
now. You want to
See
find
this
out?
one. See this one.
Yes.
Better, ba? All
Yes.
right. So we are done with what and what.
Oh,
We are done with our navbar basically. We still need to add one more thing, which is shopping list, ba?
okay.
Shopping list page. Or no need to. Okay, they will log in before they can see shopping list. So no need to add that. Navbar is set. We have everything. So now, where were we? Register, right? Register page. Let's design our register page. So we are going into register. Register is just a simple element. So we're going to, oh, sorry. So used to this. Let me just define this with functions. We have a lot of things we are doing here. So we might be doing a lot of things. So let's not define it as a callback. You get what I mean? Hello?
No. No, I don't.
I'm just choosing to do this one with function instead of arrow instead of arrow function.
Okay, 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 okay. I get it.
Register page. We'll do a lot of submit, handle click, all those kind of things, and maintain states. So it's better we declare it with this function as a functional
Yeah.
component instead of using that
Yeah.
arrow
Arrow
function
function.
syntax. You get what I mean, ba?
Yes, yes.
Hmm. We should stop this class soon, or we should continue. Well,
Later.
it's helping me to even do this thing, but time has gone. All right. So yeah, we need a form component, right? But before we go into a form component, let's put it here. And we are going to give this div a class name of, let's name it card, right? Give it a class name of card, and then we will kind of card very here and put our form here. Put our form here. Inside our form, we'll have login and log out, all those stuff, right?
Okay.
Let's just put inputs, right? Let's just put normal inputs.
Yes.
Inputs, and then we'll have our Button. We can even use that our reusable button.
Button.
Yeah, right? What do you think? But I don't know if the
Yes.
reusable button will here. Will
You can
work
import
now. Why would it work? It always work. Yeah, we
and
also
you
use
just
it to
change the
learn.
value. Register.
Um, all right, so we'll put our button here slash button. Oh no, that's not what I want. Okay, button. So this has been done. We have our inputs. This is not what I want. Yeah, now type equal to
Test.
text text value, no value yet. Placeholder equal to use email, right? Email or
Yes.
username. Let's use email. If we are using email, then this will be email.
Okay.
What else do we need? First name, last name, and then what? Last name. Do we need any other thing? Gender. Just first name and last name now. It's okay. Mail. Go the name and password. You know that page, right? So we're going to name this one confirm password. Here it's going to be eh?
Okay, I'm following.
This one is going to be first name, last name. Do we need any other thing? This should be okay for us, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
It should.
okay for us. Should we put address? All right, let's just add text area.
But,
Let's look
the
and see.
placeholder is first name, not last name. Line 8.
Okay, okay, yeah. That's what happens when you're trying to be fast. Okay, text area. We have a placeholder of
Description. Okay, no, that is good.
address. All right, so this is what we have, right? There's no need adding label. Should we add labels?
No, Dari, should we?
Lazy students.
Let,
I beg,
let's add it
let's
because
design.
it, it will make it look more better, sort of.
Okay, value equal to
Register.
register. Register BTN class equal to BTN. All right, so you say we should add label. All right, so if we want to add label, we use label. I think there's a HTML label tag, right? We can use grid to start this form, right? CSS grid.
Yes. Great. Yes.
Or if we don't want to use CSS grid, what else can we use? What else can we use to style it?
To start the form.
Yeah. You're tired, but let's go back.
No, continue. I'm not like not really tired like that. It's just hunger. Just hungry.
So, yeah, Bill. Because we have so many things here now. If we want to use grid, how are we going to use the grid? We want to use flex.
Just decide on what we can use.
No, you tell me now. You have not
Me, I think
designed
grade is
your.
okay actually. No, I've not though. I've only just the only thing I do is I've structured my folder. That's all. I've not even structured everything now. I was looking at it just now.
Okay, let me see how we can name this stuff. No, I'll name this thing main. I'll name this thing main. Class name main. Then I will go to the CSS and put it under here so that we're having the same thing. Any component that is named main is going to have the same CSS applied.
Okay.
So go to our app.js and now we have come. We will import register here, but this is where we need to start using router, right?
Okay.
Agree or you do not agree? Register, right? This is where we need to start using router, because if you look at our can't resolve component button, what is wrong with
Yeah, it's supposed. I think the other time you did button from buttons only, and it worked sort of.
register? We are in pages and want to go into components. So put this add item. Okay, should solve now. Okay. Can you see what has happened? It is showing here because we didn't use router, right? We did use router. So anything we put on
The
the app.js is
router.
showing. Is that okay?
Mm.
So we need to go and start with router. So we have already imported React router before. So we'll come here and say import, right? So in our React router, I want to import browser. So the first browser router, right, from the library where we used to um, import it from is React router DOM. React, it's as if I didn't install this React router DOM.
You did now. It was there. Forgotten. You installed the old thing.
Why is VS Studio not saying it? Let's see as router. I installed the whole thing back, so it
Yes.
shouldn't. What is the problem now? It's straight error. Compiling. See what is happening. Cannot find. Yeah, cannot find React router DOM. So there's a possibility we have not imported
God.
it. It's React router DOM now that we use, right?
Yes.
We have not installed it. That time I installed React router. I don't understand this stuff. Let me just
It was in that
confirm.
now. That
Package.jc, it was there.
yes.
It was there. Okay, React DOM. We didn't install it. Rather, we installed React router. If we look at, let me see that React router exercise that he gave us that time and see what he was importing. Uh, is the React router. Let me just open the package.js. Okay, look at it here. So we don't have this. So we really didn't need to install React router. We only needed to install React router DOM. Do you get? Yeah, but let's just leave the React router there, sha. We might not know when we'll need it. So we are going to do npm install React router DOM. Alright, that's what we need for us to go ahead with React router. So now that that has been done, if we come to this our app.js, we can simply
Wait, okay. Okay. Your voice is already, the video is lagging.
okay, it's lagging. Sorry.
Yes.
Have you catch up now?
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's done.
So we have successfully installed React router DOM, sorry, and we have imported the first thing we need, which is browser router. So browser router is what will handle the routing on the browser, going from one page, as if we are moving from one page to another
Another.
page. Then the next thing we need is the switch. Switch now is what will take care of making sure that a particular component will not show. You get? It's like switch, switch case in switch case in normal programming now. Switch statement.
Okay. I think you
Yeah,
explained yesterday.
so this switch behave in that way. So with this switch now, when somebody click on a particular page, if that page is not supposed to show, if other pages that are not supposed to show will not show. Do you get?
Yeah.
That's what switch does. Then the next thing we need is routes, right? So we are in routes now. So routes is what will help us to now go to the particular page that we want.
So
Okay.
everything,
So
we wrap
this
everything first
route now,
inside the router.
eh?
I said we wrap all the all
Components, yeah, inside the
components
router.
inside the router.
Yeah,
Then we use
yes.
switch
Mm,
to get the main page that we want,
yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. And then this is how the route is written. So in the route, you can pass the component name in here. Can you see now? Can you see it now? And then
Yeah.
we'll pass path. Is it path? Yeah, I think it should be path. Path now. Path variable to it, telling it what is the name of the path. That when it see that path on the URL, it will go direct. So slash this should go direct. This path, which is register, also go direct. Slash register should also go direct. So now there's another attribute called exact to make sure that it goes to that exact path that you chose. You get now?
Yes, I'm following.
Yeah. So if you look now, but in the example he did in class, he also did a 404. You followed last week.
Yes, I did.
A situation where none of these parts matches, it will now go to the 404. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, I remember I
Mhm,
used for.
mhm. Yeah. So that is, if we like, we can implement that. Should we do that, or let's just leave it and go on?
Let's do it quickly. Since I already get this.
Okay, so if you want to do a full 4 page, we'll just do it quickly. Let's just add a page here called 4.js, right? Then we go to our register. I'll just copy what we have in this register, just so that we'll just do our stuff quickly. Name here 404, and go on over here, name it 404. And then we don't need this, just need a button that says home. Go to home, and then we need the heading, like let's just say H1, and we say oops, kind of lost. Then we say -p. Let's go back to the right road. All right, so this is the 404. So
Remove
format.
the import button now.
Yes, import. No, we need button to go back to home.
Okay.
Shouldn't you? Yeah, to go back
Okay.
to home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Then
I
what?
guess. Continue.
I need to now import it here. So we just import 404. 404. Right. So when we come here now, we are going to do that route. Right. So we'll have this route, and then we just put it. I've forgotten how he did that. This thing. This is why it's good to do something yourself. By the time you do it yourself more than once, you now remember how it is done. You know? So let me go to sorry, open. Let me just do a quick peek. Okay, there's no path. So let's just do this like this. Let's see if it will work. Is that okay? Is that
Alright.
okay?
Yeah, it is. It is.
We are still having, okay, we have not done npm start. npm start. All right, so that is that. Why it is starting? You understand? Or it's not clear? Should I go right?
Bishop. Okay, I understand to these points that we are actually.
Okay.
But maybe when I start working on it on myself, if I have any questions, I'll
Okay.
let
You
you
will ask. Come in. Let me look at this style. This is our style. Let me still do some additional stuff here. Let me just make this thing. I don't want to do margin right. As if I'll be forced to do margin right. That's too much. I just want it to look a bit nice. Is it too much?
No.
Right. Okay. So we'll go to register. Oh, we have not linked it. All right, linking. So we have done all this. We need to go to our navbar and do our linking. So to do a linking in navbar, we are also going to import link from
Okay.
React Router DOM. Okay. So from React Router DOM, we import link. So by the time we do this, we can now use link as if we are using anchor tag in our document. So link is the same thing as a tag. By the time HTML, by the time JSX by the time it is compiled to the virtual DOM, all this will be changed to pure HTML. Is that okay? So all of this, if
Yeah.
you see the way the browser will do it, it will change to pure HTML. So I want to put link tab. So this is what we have, right? So now when you put the link, you now need to put the route where you want it to go. So we are going to put the same route that we put there. What is wrong with this thing now? Who sent it to do the dot? Why is this showing me error? Okay, to so use this to specify where exactly you want it to go. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So we're also going to do the same thing with this register as well. So we go to our navbar, home will go there. Here to put to here, and then we put the route we want it to go. Login, we didn't link login. So we'll also put to here. This is going to as well. This is going to login. So we have linked everything here, right? But here we have not linked login components yet. So I won't link login component. Let me show you how 404 work. Then we'll now link the login component. Is that okay?
Okay, there's no login here.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
there's no login here yet. So let me not link it. Let's just go and click on that login button and then we'll see how the 404 will work. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
this have changed. Need to work on our CSS, our anchor tag. Do we have an anchor tag? No. Let's just come here. Put a tag should have text decoration none. Text decoration none. And color.
Color.
Color should be inherit. What type of I say color inherit. Where is it getting that awful color from?
Let's just give it a color.
Okay. Let me see this top. Where is that light gray color again? Or let's use white. Let's use white. Just to have. Oh, I put a color. Okay. All right. So we are here now. So let's go to login. Can you see that? Did you see what
Hmm.
happened?
Yeah, I can.
Go back to home.
Because
Oh, because we did not
if we
link
go back, it's still
login.
working.
I've not linked it. That's why it's not working. But it
Okay.
happened like that because we did not link the login page. You get?
Yeah, I can see the 4 working.
Oh, I'm using display text. Oh boy, this is serious. Oh.
It only
want
works for
to
the
I
bottom.
wanted to style the main, yeah, those contents. Unfortunately for me, it did some unnecessary things.
I think
Uh,
we named something main the other time. Okay, that was
yeah, this is
that was
why.
an as
Yeah,
Abby.
hmm? Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
the problem. So we're just going to do this like this. See what's going to happen. Still not moving. Why is it not moving? I did everything center, right? 404, blah, blah, blah. But
Or is it because the div the div that we put it in is not the one we are styling?
we still need to style that div, huh? Mm.
That's what I'm
Need to
thinking. Oh, maybe
style that
that's
div.
that's why.
Yeah. All right, I'll go and style the div. So I'll use this opportunity to even style the card I wanted to style before. Link. All right, let's put this button in a link and then do what we need to do. We'll put it up to slash and then it is going to home. Need to style this div, right? CRD last name tab equal to column card. All right, so we need to style that div. Okay, and that div should be card. Card. It should have all this display. Have a width of 600 pixels, a width of 400%, a background color of white, border of 1 pixels, solid white, right? Not white. Let's give it hash 3, and then let's give it a box shadow of 0 pixels. Okay, let's see if this is going to help us. If they move to the center, why is it not moving to the
That's
center?
serious. Maybe we should do flex direction since we already have a card.
Okay, flex direction. Hold on. Yeah. Still not moving.
Ah, this is our CSS.
Register. Can you see that the nav is working? It just says that it's a major challenge. Log in. No login. Go back to home. CSS, what is it again? What is it again that is making this one?
Can imagine.
Hmm?
Stressful. I say you can imagine. Oh.
Let me see if I remove this one from this, right? I look at it. Come on. Position. Position relative like
Okay. Same.
ah, it's strange, but I'm tired.
Sorry.
What should we do? This item seems anything. Okay, let's what is preventing it from moving now? Okay, that's already a block element.
Mm-hmm.
This is serious, so all right. What am I going to do now? Okay, I think I get what is happening. We need to specify height and distance. We want this thing to move. Let's see now, I want it to move. Oh, okay, it has finally moved. So why is align item center not working?
Or we should use margin.
Align item center. This is column. We've justified center. We've aligned item center. Alright, let's do align
Let's try
content
margin.
center. Okay, margin. So moving. Alright, margin. Before, if you did this kind of thing to move, margin. You know why? Margin. Let me see. To just move. It's supposed to move. Like this whole thing now, it's supposed to move. You get, even without the
Yeah,
margin,
margin.
it's supposed to move without the
I think
margin.
I think when we did
Let's
that
somewhere.
CSS, I had that problem when we did
Okay,
that
I've seen the
CSS.
problem. I've seen the
Okay.
problem. Align item center was I was using align content. That is
Instead of
why
align item.
it's align item center. That's it now. Then we can now put we we can now put mean height. We can put padding here. Let's put padding here. Let's put padding here. Padding. Let's make it 15 pixels all around. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, what do you think? That's better, man. So this is
Very.
the 404. You
Yeah.
can go back to home now. You can see it as well. Our
Our
navbar
NAFA
started misbehaving
started.
because of this CSS that we did here. because of this CSS that we did here, so we need to go to our navbar position fixed fixed fixed, and we set it top 0. Let's stay at the top, and then we'll give it a width of 100%. Oh, I don't need turn guru for CSS. So. Okay,
Wow.
I've gotten it. I'm learning. Before time, All right, so you see our register, we have not started, but you see that routes have started working back.
Yeah.
So you know what will happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand this thing now. Maybe we should
Yes.
rest. Then we
Yes.
can
I
try again tomorrow morning. What do you think?